If you can't switch your brain off no matter what you do, if you find that you're always thinking, this video is going to be super, super helpful for you. So going back a few years, I was working my ass off in business. I was just getting the thing cranking. I was putting in some mega hours, and I was finding every single second throughout the day to put into working. And so what I'd do is I'd make it so that when I was eating, I'd be working. I'd be on my phone, I'd be texting, I'd be replying to people. I'd be on my laptop, I'd be going and making sales, I'd be doing whatever I needed to be doing as I was eating. When I was on the toilet, I used to go in, and that was great time because no one else could come and talk to me. I couldn't take calls on the toilet. I did a couple of times. There's a tactic to that. I can teach you that later. But I was pretty much on the toilet, and I was able to hang a shit and then get some work done as well. And it was like every single moment of my day, I just structured to get more work in, to keep doing things. When I was watching TV, I was working. When I was hanging out with my partner, I was working. I was always on. And I trained myself to do this. And so I made it so that I was always multitasking. Hey, I was even pinged a couple of times, texting while driving. Dumbest thing in the world that you can do. But I was still doing it. Why? Because I just wanted to work. What we're doing here is we're trying to multitask. And anybody who knows a man knows that every single man in this world is useless at multitasking, right? I would even argue that all women are useless at multitasking. Why? Because we're human. We're meant to only be doing one thing at a time. One task, one focus. That is all that we should be doing. There is no such thing as multitasking. It is just doing multiple things crappily. And what I'm going to show you right now is a couple of really, really easy exercises which are going to stop you from multitasking. And as you stop multitasking, it's going to reduce your stress. It's going to give you way better energy, way more focus, and it's going to actually allow your brain to slow down so that you can switch off from work so that you don't burn out. That makes sense? So what we're going to do, first of all, when you're eating, I want you to just focus on eating. That's it. You do not do anything other than eat. When I started doing this, I noticed the following improvements. Number one, my digestion got better because instead of having these massive mouthfuls and just hoofing them down and swallowing them like a Labrador, all of a sudden I'd start actually chewing my food and I'd have reasonable sized mouthfuls. My digestion got way better. Next thing after that, my energy got way better because my digestion was better. My sleep, my recovery, my rest got better because my digestion was better. Have you ever had a meal and gone to sleep and you felt like it's just sitting there in your stomach? It hasn't been digested properly? I used to get that all the time. It goes away when you start actually chewing your food, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that as you're eating, you only eat and you just focus on your eating. The interesting thing about this is that when you just focus on eating, you actually eat faster. You get the job done faster in less time and better than if you were eating and multitasking. Anytime you multitask ever, you will always get the job done slower and worse at the same time. Okay, so that's the first one. Next thing, when you're taking a crap, you're sitting on the toilet, on the golden throne, dropping the kids off at the pool. Just do that. Get off your phone. Don't touch your phone and become really conscious of just taking a crap and just doing that. These two simple things will dramatically slow your brain down. The reason why this works, actually let's look first of all the reason why our brain gets ramped up in the first place. It's because we're always got stimulation. Because you've got your phone always in arm's reach. Someone's always messaging you. You've got notifications popping up 24/7, 365. If you train yourself throughout the day and you practice yourself to be thinking, if you're practicing thinking as you're eating because you're working, if you practice thinking when you're having a crap because you're working, if you practice thinking when you're watching TV, you're hanging out with your missus, you're hanging out with your kids, if you're just practicing working all the time, your brain gets really, really good at it. And if that's all you're doing, of course, you're going to be excellent at always thinking and you'll never be able to shut it off. What we're doing while just doing these two things, while you're eating and while you're taking a poo, if you stop work and you put your phone away while you're doing those two things, what it'll allow you to do is it'll allow you to switch off, it'll allow you to be present, and allow everything to be way, way easier when it comes down to actually being able to spend quality time doing things that you need to do, be it a bodily function like eat or take a poo or hang out with your family. Does that make sense? So do these two things, implement it right now, and let me know how you go. I guarantee you're going to notice a dramatic shift. Now, if you are someone who struggles with low energy, stress, bad focus, and you want help, schedule in a game plan call down below. What we do is we've run 15,000 of these calls. What we do on these calls, we go through and we identify every single area of your life that you are not acting appropriately in. It could be that you're texting while you're eating or taking your shit, and we'll make it so that you are able to get rid of it and you're able to identify these things that are going wrong so that we can get you into a situation where you have more energy, you have less stress, you're not going to burn out, and you're able to be the man that you really want to be. So click on the link down below, schedule in a game plan call, and we'll get that sorted for you. On that note, guys, I'll leave you to it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this helps. Remember, no texting, no on your phone at all while you're eating. No texting, no on your phone at all while you're taking a crap. Enjoy, guys. I'll speak to you soon.